Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In rigid body statics, we apply the equations of equilibrium. We calculate a resultant internal force Fr and a resultant couple moment Mr at any point O of an imaginary cut section of the body. This point is usually taken to be the centroid of the section. For long slender objects, the section itself is usually chosen to be perpendicular to the longitudinal axis of the body. In that case, it is called the cross section. Now these resultants, Fr and Mr, only tell us about the cumulative load transmitted across the section. In mechanics of materials, whether it is design or analysis, we need to know the most critically loaded point on the section. For this, it is necessary to know the internal load distribution on the section. This distribution tells us exactly how force is transmitted across the interface and is a continuous function of position on the hypothetically cut section. And therefore, in general, it changes from point to point. On the interface. Now, the equations of equilibrium that yield Fr and Mr, they do not tell us anything about the load distribution on the interface. There could be any number of possible internal load distribution on the section that satisfy the equations of equilibrium by yielding the correct resultants Mr and Fr on the centroid of the section. Two of those distributions out of countless other possibilities are shown. Now all these configurations, including the two shown, satisfy equilibrium equations. So to know which out of all these possibilities is the correct one, we need more than equations of equilibrium. In a deformable body, the consideration of deformation pattern that is compatibility and the relationship between internal forces and internal deformations. That is constitutive relations. Allow us to decide which one of the possible force distributions would actually be realized. equilibrium, compatibility, and constitutive relations are then the three pillars of mechanics of materials. You will soon see that instead of forces and displacements, it is often more advantageous to use the concepts of stress and strain respectively. These we will take up one by one.